They don't make the asbestos sleeping bags anymore. Oops. These things are in the way all the time. But they don't make those asbestos bags, which were really good for fire resistance. But good luck finding them. Even Marketplace doesn't have any. But just a normal poly-filled flannel-sided one is going to be just what I need for the night. Got no problem here. Whew. And yeah, it's been a strange evening. Fun one for me. So it's been 3 videos that were a little bit. They were fun, but they weren't the warmest and most comfortable. So I'm indulging myself on this one and just gonna hunker down for the night. Get out of these shoes. Night, guys. Oh, good morning, my groovy friends. Got a little chilly. I had to rig this up to try and keep the heat in. And that little furnace, like I would say around freezing, around 0 Celsius, 32 Fahrenheit. It's pretty much the limit. I can't read the rating plate on it, but I'm guessing it's 10,000 BTU input, which means it might be 5,000 or 6,000 BTUs that it actually produces here. Well, now I really remember all the condensation goes on when you're camping in a motorhome. The little things I forgot about. Because like I got so used to that when I was living in the thing. It was just that part of daily normal life. And you can crack windows to get ventilation. They have those little moisture absorber things that can help as well. But you're never going to get completely rid of it. So getting the engine warm here to defrost this all out and dry out a bunch of this moisture in here. Okay, yeah, I'm all packed up. I forgot just how carefully you have to go over everything. Make sure nothing's going to fly off the counters when you start driving, particularly things like a lava lamp. You don't want a mess like that. So, yeah, it was just a basic, not really camping, just slept in a motorhome last night. But it was a fun trip for me, and I'm going to figure out how to stay warm on the next video because it's going to be cold like this for a few more weeks here, at least, sadly. And I'm really just too old for this cold. So I'm going to put my brain to it and figure out what to get done for the next one, where I can stay warm, stay comfortable, and hopefully the next one should resemble camping a little more than this. If you like this type of thing, please subscribe, and we will see you on the next one. Just going to get out of this whole campground here. Cheers, everybody.
An unprecedented transcontinental race begins on Nintendo Switch 2. Mario Kart World.
Jen loved her Gain Flames. Then Brad showed up with Gain Rinse and Beads. When they mixed their scents, they discovered they were scent mates. Smells like it's gonna last. Mix, match, more happy with Gain.
Hey everybody, welcome to Don't Do What Steve Does. I've got an idea today that's so crazy, I just have to bring someone with me. We are going to go camping in an abandoned mine. So, with no further ado, let's get hiking, and this is the part everybody's going to skip over until we get to the mine, so I'll keep it short. It is bear and cougar and wolf country, so we're packing our space and hoping for the best. So looks like we're about a third of the way there. It's probably a total of 2.5 kilometers, maybe 3 kilometers in, which in miles, what do you think that would be, crazy neighbor?
So 1.6 kilometers per mile, so 3 kilometers would be a little over 2 miles.
Well, that was a little bit of elevation gain there, and now it gets looks like a lot more elevation gain there. What do you think about elevation gain?
I'm not liking it.
Me neither. These woods, loaded with bears, guaranteed. You can tell just from the way they look. The actual road ends here, and it's off on a little trail. We're going to have a good conversation here in case there is any bears. Then we can let them know we're in the area by talking loudly.
Hey, bears!
Oh, yeah. You just know there's a bunch in there. Cougars, wolves, the whole bit. It's the real deal, guys. I can hear those mosquitoes pretty clearly. Just a little too late for fiddleheads here. I said I wouldn't stretch this part out too long. Let's go. Let's just keep going. Yep, good idea. Oh boy. Litter on the trail. Oh, come on. This is ridiculous.
We just got to get to the end of this big tree. I think the worst of it's over now.
Yeah, I think so too. So, just like a flight or two of stairs.
Yeah, it is.
You know, some of these are a little loose. Yeah. All right. Okay. That's the most serious hike I probably have ever done.
That was having good as hard as I thought it would be.
Well, yeah, they say on all trails that one is easy to moderate. Moderate. We've got our lights, and as always, this is not an example of something to do. Never go into an abandoned mine. I can't explain why we're doing it, but let's do it.
There you go.
Now there's a second level up there. Yeah. Go a little farther here. I hope we find some dry ground. Possible. Huh. Maybe there's some railway tracks in here. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. When I see a board like that, I just assume it's covering up a shaft. So those are dangers of the mines. That's plate steel, so definitely there's a shaft in there for sure. gets pretty dry in here. Oh. That. Okay. Yeah. I can pass on that too. Yeah, no thanks. Okay, this is the end of it right here. It's wet. Yeah. That's not big enough for the two of us, that's for sure. This way. So it's just like a T, and then we're doing the other T. Well, that happens. And this is the end. Yeah, and
How you think yours?
that's the end of it. Yeah. Way back out. Yeah, no. Oh yeah, I can see the old rail here. So they were pushing it out in rail cars. Too damp to sleep in there, so we've got to really kind of figure something out because I'm not hiking all the way back down there today. And that we will. There's not a lot of level ground. We'll roll off the hill. But okay, it's time for something. There is nice ventilation coming through the mine, so I know it's good for air. Don't worry about that. Cheers.
Cheers, Steve.
Treacherous hike.
Mm-hmm.
Our only hope of camping in the mine is if it's dry on the upper level up there. I know there was a way inside with a little rope and a ladder. But up there, it looks like a little bit more some treacherous trail there. And I think I can see another entrance up there. I don't know for sure. Online, I can't see any pictures of that. So that's another hazard of camping in an abandoned mine. The pictures I saw online, it was pretty dry. So it was a bit of a surprise, but if you were camping in a mine and it started to rain, yeah, it can get pretty wet. So try to don't look down. Don't look down. Oh, what did I do? It's a little slippery there. Yep. That's not a way in. Not that I see, nope. Nope. It's a nothing. Nope. I wouldn't say that. No, definitely not flat or dry. Okay, be careful on the way back. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's the road you can go up. So, no, that's a big no for me too. Yeah. Definitely not climbing up that rope. And even walking up this hill was extra steep here. Oh no. No. Back to the drawing board here, because I really want to camp in that abandoned mine, not outside of it. But we don't have the cots. What we need is cots to get us up off the ground a little bit. So tonight, I guess we'll just hunker down here. There's some kind of level spots, and we can do that climb again tomorrow.
Well, we did it once, we can do it twice more.
I didn't want to bring them. I guess we do have room. We could have, but I wanted to keep the packs really light, which tonight's food, of course, is going to be freeze-dried stuff. When it comes to abandoned mines, this is something I want to touch on. I've heard it might have been a copper mine. I'm not sure. And they could have been using anything in there as far as chemicals, things like you don't want to drink the water in an abandoned mine, even if you run it through a life straw. That's my opinion. Some people might be fine drinking crystal clear. Like in a cave, that's one thing, but in a mine, this was an industrial site. There's rusted tracks in there. There's who knows what type of chemicals. So I don't want to drink water in there, so we did have to bring water. It's not saving that much weight, I guess. But just a relaxing day of hunkering down. Crazy neighbor has a really elaborate chair. It's
really small, but it's comfy when you get it set up.
It's looks a lot more comfy than mine.
It's in that tiny little bag.
Well, you're in style today. You're in
Yeah,
style today.
I guess I got a tree to put my gear, I guess.
Yeah. Quick check of my phone reveals a geocache located 11, 14 meters from here. So, let's go find it.
Yeah, let's find it.
5 meters, 4. Usually a little container. I've never actually found one before. Moving around on me. Could it be right by where I was sitting? So this is the smartest thing we could be doing at dusk
Probably
on a
not.
steep hill. It's okay.
A little bit of entertainment.
Oh, be careful. It's in the area. The GPS is really bad because there's this huge mountain here and all these trees kind of blocking the satellites. I'm not going to make a whole point of this, but we'll poke around and see if we can find it. I think we found it. Yep. All right. Yeah, first geocache I ever found. Perfect.
What do we got in there?
Other collectible is geocache button or coin pendant. See? Okay. Some business cards.
Mhm.
Cool. Now some carabiners, guest book. So
You go sign your desk.
there's not a lot in here, so I'm just gonna put in this baby here, hunker down sticker.
Perfect.
Just see that it is signing.
Sign.
Okay, so
That's pretty cool.
some people have been up here.
There you go.
So we better sign it too. Need help with the search. How about that?
This isn't that hard.
No, it wasn't. We're not going to make it really hard, but we're going to cover it. Well, how about that? First geocache. Because that's riveting entertainment. Hunting for a geocache instead of hanging out in the abandoned mine. Well, it's going to be a quiet night by the mine. Just going to get the bedrolls set up. Not really doing anything exciting tonight. Just going to cook some freeze-dried meals, pull out the bedrolls, and sleep under the stars. Hopefully not the rain. So just kind of where we're at. Then we go for it full blast in the morning. You gonna fall asleep in that chair?
Probably could. It's pretty comfy. Glad I brought it. As you know, this is only the second time I've ever worn a backpack. And they didn't have a backpack. And I went to a thrift store and they had this backpack there. The only one that they had was only $10, but it's pink. Like, do I care if it's pink? No. Just let it inflate. That's self-inflating, right?
Oh yeah.
Good. Okay. I'm set.
Hunkered down.
I'm hunkered down. Yeah, look. Like a bug in a cocoon.
That's pretty cozy.
It is.
Yeah. Okay, so you won't fall over the edge. You got rocks here. That's good. All right. Good night, crazy neighbor.
Hey, Steve.
Sleep with your hat on.
Yeah, keep the boat there really nice.
I'm down for the camp. See you guys in the morning, and we'll make this a little more exciting. Good morning, everybody. I was just sleeping in a little bit, and some people walked by. I heard a dog bark, and they walked up here with their dog to check out the mine. And I had a perfect excuse. I wanted to sleep in the mine. So, just about going to get the gear tucked away and head on down to go get the gear we need to actually successfully sleep in that mine. Sleeping bag get a little wet.
I kind of rolled into the stream. I slid down into the stream with my feet. Just about a couple inches.
Just gonna stash the stuff that I don't need to bring down. I'm gonna need my backpack to grab some stuff out of the car, cots, etc. But don't want to haul this down and then back up again. Hauling it up once was more than enough.
Blockchain and crypto are transforming the way that cattle are traded. The way we trade cattle today, we still rely a lot on checks. Where with crypto, you can have instantaneous transactions. You can transact 24 hours a day.
Deal's so good, we had to call it Bravo-tacular.
Lowe's knows it's important to make space for what matters. That's why we offer great deals on innovative appliances from LG with sleek designs perfect for maximizing any space and a premium built-in look that fits any kitchen. Shop Labor Day deals at Lowe's. We help, you save.
You only have so much time. So feed Science Diet with our clinically proven antioxidant blend, helping pets live healthier as long as possible.
Nope.
Because you're only human, there's Hills.
All right, let this begin. This time I actually have to see the height that I'm going down. I don't like heights. So, let's get this over with. Easier on the way down, hey?
Much easier on the way down. I'm like this now.
The trip down is just humane. We're not clutching our chests drenched in sweat pleading for mercy. This is,
It's like a walk in the park.
so to speak. I have these small cots that I left in the car because they had a lot of weight and space, but sadly, we're going to need these. And it started to rain. All of our stuff is sitting there up at the mine, getting wet. So keeping an eye on the forecast and the radar, hoping that this blows over and we get some sun to dry everything out. And I think it's just going to be my sleeping bag that gets wet because everything else is underneath of it. Better. Okay, we've loaded up with what we need, and let's get the road. Okay, you ready to do this again?
Well, that's all right. You know what to expect now.
Yeah. Let's do this again. Up the hill, there seems to be a lot less rain. That's good, because those rocks could be slippery. Oh boy. Yeah. We got to be crafty here to dry this out. Oh, never be fooled by a beautiful day. If anything, it was too hot on the way down, and here we are. So, yeah. Okay, we made it for the final time. We're not doing that again.
Oh, Kelsey.
Yeah, I know. So I think our best hope is to get things underneath of this overhang to dry out as much as possible. And hopefully the sun comes back out for us. It's a nice treat. Oh, that's what you use. This one didn't get too wet. So spent an afternoon drying stuff off. My jacket was soaked. It's dry now. Sleeping bags, dry, dry. Sleeping pad, dry. That's great. And I hope the mine is dry. So we're going to go in and see where we can camp inside of there.
She's gonna be drier.
Hopefully. Thank you. There's a little spot here. Well, they shouldn't be in this area in a cave or a mine. But in here there is, there's some water. It's flowing. The top should be high enough here. Or in here, yeah. This is perfectly acceptable. It certainly gets, still wet down here for sure.
I think that's not good.
I think so. So down here, this could be acceptable. I think this was the one that. No, this doesn't. Oh yeah. This is where there's the pit. Right in here. It's really not level enough for the cots. Is the problem. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and this is all completely soaked. So this ain't gonna work because of a couple of reasons, of which I can think of. One being that it slopes from here down into there.
I wouldn't want to roll into that cold rock.
Well, yeah, and this it goes down quite far. It's part of whatever vein they were chasing up that way. And I heard somebody pumped it out. Actually, they brought a gas-powered pump in and pumped that out. Oh, you're not thinking about it, are you?
Okay.
Maybe in here or the other side. Yeah. Yeah, there's a section in here that I think so too. All right.
We're out. Stove in the pot.
Yeah, the whole cooking kit right in there. Got pot, little burner, and the fuel. So I never use these things really for freeze-dried meals because typically I'm not going up a mountain, but the fact that I am today means I'm using these heat refuel ones. I've had a few. I'm not exactly a connoisseur, but I found these to be definitely the most sought after and the most palatable.
It's a big word. You spell that?
Oh, wow. We've got, actually, there's a slug on this one here.
Oh,
He can't get enough of this. Look at that. Just crawled right on there. Oh, let's see if he'll crawl off. No, he's crawling more onto it. Okay, I'll give him a. Wait. Okay, so that's one of your options. Is that one, and then
with fresh protein.
the beef stroganoff with no slug. So, what would you prefer? Crazy neighbor. I know you want that beef chili mac. I'm sure of it.
I really want the beef chili mac.
But there's a slug on it.
Well, it's on the outside of the package. I'm not going to eat this.
I'm not dumping boiling water into a package with a poor, helpless, defenseless slug on there.
Okay,
you
we'll
know.
just gently release it.
If that slug knew how much salt was in that package, you wouldn't be anywhere near it. That slug's not going anywhere.
Well, yes, it's just he's moving slow. Slugs are like that. Is it his head or his tail?
His head is looking
Oh, yeah.
like
It's
he's,
got those
he's,
little things going like this.
yeah, he's reading the instructions.
He's listening to us. He thinks we're going to cook him.
Well, if he doesn't get off the package.
Oh, look, the slug is turned around.
Oh, good.
He's made an exit stage left.
They call it love.
Progressive's Up-Payment program provides down payment assistance for first-generation home buyers. Because we believe everyone should have the access and opportunity to own a home.
Hey, you're ready, you're funny, you smell pretty good for a guy. Now get out there and put your ass into it.
Lowe's knows when you start grilling, the guest list starts growing. That's why we help you get everything you need and more.
Mind if I crash the party? Jack, press us.
To help make the most of every gathering this fall.
Appreciate you guys.
Would you like some desiccant with your meal tonight?
Not really.
Like, you can see if you're backpacking and actually finding your water as you go. This is perfect. It's crawling off the package, Doug. It's crawling off the package. So, do you want the spork or the spoon? Spork. It doesn't look, obviously, like a package. You know, bug Doug here.
No.
But certainly, they don't look like the package, but I've had some real abominations of freeze-dried meals in my time.
Hello in there.
Something I just noticed. We want to make sure we're not directly under a severe threat. Yeah, like I've seen some right there already on mine. So, yeah, if you're gonna go farther that way, that's good because there's right here. All this looks like it's gonna fall off at some point. It is so much warmer outside than it is in there. It just feels like summer suddenly. Crazy neighbors heading on in there. I'm going to sit up for a little while here. and I'll crawl in.
We'll see you guys in the morning.
Right on. Oh, I get the good chair then.
You do. Yes, you do.
So I suppose overall, this trip had a lot more hiking than I expected. And I have nothing against hiking, I just have a bad. So it was sketchy on the way back up. I was almost going to throw in the towel, but all the stuff was up here, so what could I do? Going to head in here in a second, get a nighttime time lapse set up, and hunker down, and then make my way back down the trail tomorrow, bright and early. There were a couple people that came by today while we were up here, and it was great to meet with people. I didn't even come up with any excuse. I just said I'm sleeping in the mine. And the second person, actually, one of them did recognize me and said, are you Steve? And I said, well, I guess you know what I'm doing here then. But she was really cool. Shout out to Leanne. It was great to meet up with you. And yeah, it's going to be a cold night. It's got to the temperature where it's probably as cold outside as it is back in the mine. So, crazy neighbor. I heard a couple of snore sounds coming into the cave. I hope it was snore sounds. But there's only one entrance that I know of. There's another one up higher, so there shouldn't be any bears or cougars or wildlife in there. And I would probably hear blood-curdling screams if that was the case. So, time to back up, head in, and hunker down. That's just crazy neighbors, not a bear. It's drying out here really nicely. And I think it's going to be a relaxing sleep. Dare I say it? I have to sleep with my head down because this is sloping pretty severely. See you guys in the morning. Morning from the abandoned mine. Sleep was pretty good, considering it's an abandoned mine and there's water dripping everywhere. But the sounds of the water echoing through the mine was relaxing enough to allow me a comfortable sleep. Crazy neighbor's already up and cracking, which is good because he did hit the hay earlier, so I stayed up watching around for animals or problems, and now he's up earlier watching around for animals or problems. Kind of like a little bit of overlap, fire watch or something. So that's awesome. But I'm gonna get out of here because it is dog walking hour, and we did have somebody up yesterday very early, so let's start packing this up. Leisurely get out of people's way. Not that we can't be camping in a mine. I just don't want to be a nuisance to people that want to come out here. Maybe see this mine and I'm sleeping in it. It's just not fair. So get back here. like a beautiful day out there.
It sure does.
Nice. Just what we need. Of course, I'd like to thank all the folks that support this channel. Their comments and more. So much appreciated, everybody. So how'd you sleep? I did too. There were some noises. I wasn't sure if it was outside or if it was my sleeping bag wrestling against the pad, but it sounded like feet shuffling.
Yeah, I heard my sleeping bag wrestling against the
Yeah. And of course, being in the mine shaft, you can't really, it's hard to get a sense of direction of where sound is coming from. We're all cleaned up and there's nothing left behind. Just the way I like it. And this is the last time we're going to have to do this horrible, horrible hill. You ready? Okay. Yes, I remember this. All too well. The rest of it is just a steep trail from this point. It's not trying to go up a staircase made of shifting stones. We're well on the way on this trail through these bear-infested woods, and I'll use my last few percent of battery on the camera here to thank you all for watching, and please ask for your subscription if you like this type of thing. And I wait till the end to ask that, so you're sure of what you're getting. And there's some interesting facts on that mine. That is a mine that was built in 1904 over 2 years by 6 men. So that was 12 man-years of labor. And they were not using any major explosives. There's no drill marks in there. Further down the hill, there is the remnants of an old cabin, which I could not access due to my lack of hiking aptitude, and an old minecart, which could not also be accessed for those reasons. However, if anybody is better at hiking than me and wants a challenge, there's some stuff to see out here. And it should be figured out pretty quickly where this is. I normally don't say right in the video where I am, and today is no exception. So, thank you all. We will see you on the next one. Hey everybody, welcome to camping. Hey guys, welcome to Camping with Steve and this guy, crazy neighbor. Disguises. Hey guys, welcome to Camping with Steve and this guy, crazy neighbor. Disguises are a must today because we're setting up a fake billboard on the side of the highway. And we've seamed the two pieces together. We're going to just set up these structures on the side of the road. We've got frames already built. And we'll screw them together, staple this up, and camp behind there for the night. It's getting harder and harder to find stealth camping spots, so I thought I'd make my own.
You should make your own sign.
Yeah.
It's gonna work.
These guys will just throw. So we've had to wait until the end of the day when all the county workers aren't going to be driving past, because this is not a legal sign to be putting up along the side of the highway. They require permits, and we don't roll that way. that load on the roof looks completely illegal, but it's not. It's 8 feet in total width, and we're allowed 8'6". 8'6". Awesome. Yeah, everybody on the highway seems really scared of our load on the roof, so nobody's tailgating us, that's for sure.
Well, it's 50% of the trip.
Yeah, we made it. There's a little parking lot here where people just seem to park and don't have a problem. So we're going to park here after we get our sign built over yonder.
Well,
You don't want to go farther. You want to stay a little bit closer to those tracks.
this is like the four-wheel drive boat Jaws that used to do out your place a few years back.
Yeah. You know, so right in the spot over there looks great. And we can get these set up nice and quick. Let the show begin. Confidence. We have to look confident out here, and everybody will think we belong here, except for this camera. So I'll set this down here. This is a really busy highway. It's actually the intersection of two really busy highways. This is part of the Trans-Canada Highway System. It's Highway 16, the Yellowhead system. And we're going to get the signs attached to those frames, and then real quick we'll raise them up, because that's the part that looks the worst, because people hate billboards. Yeah, it's not very stealthy to put myself on a billboard, but it's an old enough video. I don't look anything like that anymore, unfortunately. We were going to make the sign about a fake food truck called Onion Burgers, but then I opted I'm going to throw my friend's bar on the sign to give them a little free advertising as a surprise, and now they're going to have to put onion burgers on their menu, and I won't find out one little bit.
Much good.
That looks a little bit better, yeah.
Much good.
Okay. First part's over, and we're pretty much hitting. Stay back in here, but that'll be fine. Crazy Dave is just backing up the Suburban, and we'll unload all the camping gear through here so it doesn't look ridiculous any more than it does. And we are making onion burgers. Hard to believe, I know. The lengths we have to go through because people don't build decent billboards anymore. Now the technically illegal part is over. I'm gonna go park and walk back on over like we have nothing to do with the sign. We just found it here. And now to get a first-hand view of this. Now just got to be quiet and stay behind the sign. Oh, fine looking sign. What do you think about that? Okay, here we go. Okay. Hide this from you because that was really obvious. First thing I'm doing is getting rid of this. I haven't seen any mosquitoes yet, but we're going to start with Thermacell because it is that time of the year and that time of the day.
Good.
Yeah,
She's gone. Good. Good.
she's going.
Yeah, I agree.
A lot of work to go camping, isn't it? So this time I didn't bring the Jackery. I brought lithium battery and a power inverter. And this would keep this thing running on high all day and night. Just gonna get this started now because I like to let them simmer for an hour or two. Yeah. Oh, jus mix.